What's up guys, this is Abla and I've got a little tutorial slash giveaway for you guys today. As you can see by the title, this is a motion tracking giveaway. Basically what I've done is I've gone on to 5 maps on COD4, Modern Warfare 2 and Modern Warfare 3, and I've made you the cinematic and the motion track, and all you have to do is add your text and render it. So I've got the COD4, the Modern Warfare 2 and the Modern Warfare 3. I chose the most popular maps I could think of. Sorry if it doesn't accommodate you, but that's all I could sort of be able to do really, because otherwise it takes too long. Anyway, the download link for this will be in the description, along with the download link for my background, because it is quite groovy. And that's, if you think you know how to do it, that's basically all you need to know. But from now on I'm just going to show you how to use this tutorial. So if you don't know, just stay watching and I'm sure you'll soon learn. I'm going to start off, I'm just going to open, I'm going to use a random cinematic. So I'm going to use this ambush one. Now what you're going to want to do with this is you're going to want to open it in After Effects or Vegas and render it as a TIFF sequence. This is very important so that you get the background for your text. So what I'm going to do is open up After Effects, I'm just going to drag it into my project. Then I'm going to drag it onto my timeline. And don't cut anything off the end or the beginning. It's very important so it remains the same length. You're then going to go to Composition, Add to Render Queue. Then you're going to get Output Module, Lossless, and then Format, TIFF Sequence, and then press OK, and then Output 2. You're going to want to make a new folder for this because it renders it frame by frame, and that can be 400 frames, and that will take up a lot of space in your document. So you just want to make a folder. I've already actually rendered this, so I'm not going to render it, but as you can see here, I've called it TIFF sequence, and there's all the frames in there. But anyway, that's what you want to do. You just want to make a folder, save it in there, and then you're just going to want to hit render, and then render it out. You may want to pause the tutorial now, so let it render, but I've already rendered it, so I'm going to go on to the next step. So you may want to pause and then pick up when you're ready. So I'm going to exit After Effects. I'm then going to open up the cinematic, the motion track, sorry, of the cinematic that I've done. Just open it in Cinema 4D. This will pop up, and you're just going to want to click OK. Do not change the scale, otherwise it will ruin it, and you just have to reopen it, and that's what you want to do. I'm then going to make it so I can see the whole thing, and as you can see, there's the motion track. Very quickly, you're going to want to go to your materials. You're going to want to double click to make a new material, double click that, uncheck specular, and then hit this big bar on colour. You're going to want to find where you've rendered your TIFF sequence, which for me is here. I'm then going to click the first one, the first one only, and then press open. I'm then going to press no on my Cinema 4D Studio thing. And I'm going to hit the big bar again, and I'm going to get animation, and I'm going to calculate. So that means now I've calculated my TIFF sequence into a video, basically. You're going to want to come to these 4 arrows, you're going to hold down, click, and then you're going to want to press background. You're now going to want to drag your material onto the background, and that is your background for your motion track. As you can see, it stays in the same place all the way through. Now, you're going to want to add a plane or a floor. I prefer plane because you can change the size, so I'm going to use that. So I'm going to come to this cube, then go down to plane, and I've added in my plane. I'm going to scroll across so it's a bit easier for me to see. I'm going to widen it a bit and make it a bit longer so it's a bit bigger. I'm then going to hold down Control or Command, and I'm going to click this material up by the background. I'm going to keep holding down Control, and I'm going to drag it onto the plane then. And that adds the material to that. I'm then going to go to the plane, and then I'm going to select it, go to Tag, Cinema 4D Tags, and then Compositing Mode. I uncheck Self-Shadowing, check Compositing Background, and uncheck Cast Shadows. And now you can see that the plane has been blended in. The next step now is to add your text. You're going to want to go to MoGraph, MoText, and that's a very quick and easy way to add your text. I always put my alignment to middle, which I think is easier for sort of transforming it, but you may not. Now I'm going to use this green arrow, I'm just going to move it up a little bit, Whenever you move in Cinema 4D, you always want to use the arrows, because then you know it's definitely going along a plane. Whereas if you just move like this, it could go anywhere and you don't know where you're going to put it. So I'm just going to undo that in a second. I'm then going to rotate it towards the camera. So I'm going to click this, sort of looks like a recycling symbol. I'm going to move it around towards the camera like that. I'm going to select my crosses again and move it over a bit. Now if I preview that, you can see it's there, but it doesn't look very realistic. To make it realistic, you're going to want to add a light like this, and then you're going to want to drag this light up to about 800 to 1000. I'm going to stick with 800. And then you're going to want to come to your attributes and then change the shadow to shadow map soft. And this adds your shadow hue. As you can see there, I've got a shadow under my text now, and it looks a lot more realistic. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to go to my text, caps, and I'm going to go to fillet cap on both of these. I'm going to take it down to about 2 because I think that looks a bit chunky, like that. And as you can see, this adds a bevel edge to your text, and it just makes it look a bit cleaner. Now we're going to make a material for the text quick. I'm going to double click on the materials section again, double click on that material, uncheck specular. I'm going to have a very dark dark grey, I think, so I'm going to change these to 10. Obviously 0 would be black and 255 would be white. Change these to 10, I have a very dark grey, pretty much black actually. And then I'm going to check reflection. I'm going to go down to texture, and I'm going to select Fresnel. And this adds a more realistic reflection to your text. And you want to change the brightness to about 10 to 15. And then you're going to make your mix strength double whatever that is. So I'm going to make mine 30 because my brightness is 15. And you can exit that. Then I'm just going to drag on this to my material. This material to my text. If I pre-render that, you can see there's a reflection on the inside of the text, and it looks quite nice. But I'm not done now with my text actually. I'm going to select my text again, go to Object, and you can change your font and your size, everything here. So I'm just going to change it to say Avila, like that, and I'm going to change my font to my favourite at the moment, which is Babas, which is that. And now I'm going to change the size down a little bit because it's quite a big font. Now if you see, it's just looks like it's there, it looks really nice. Some people may like the look of it now, but most people don't, because you can't really see the front of the text. Basically, all I'm going to do now is just add a light to shine on the front of the text and let you see it. So I'm going to actually add 2 lights. So I'm just going to click it briefly once and briefly again. I'm going to drag one light over here. I'm going to drag another light over here. I'm going to actually move it out a little bit on either side, just so then you get the front of the text and slightly the sides, so it highlights it all. I'm going to select both these lights by holding down Control and selecting the other one. I'm going to drag it up so it's a bit higher than the Abla or your text, and just leave it there. I'm then going to take the brightness down from anywhere between 25 and 50. I'm going to leave it at 25 for the moment, see what it looks like. So I'm just going to pre-render. You can see a bit more of the front, but not quite enough. So I'm going to actually put it up to 50 and see what that looks like. So now you can see a bit more of the reflection in the bottom, but because it's black, obviously I can't really see much more. But I quite like that. I think I'm pretty happy with that. I'm just going to change it to a slight blue now, actually. So I'm just going to. What's not reflection? Oops. I'm going to just bring my blue all the way up. Oh no, I'm not. I'm going to bring it probably to about 100, so it's a nice dark blue. And then you'll be able to see the difference between not having lights and having lights. You can see the text really clearly there, whereas if I delete these two, you won't be able to see it. You see the black and the shadow. I'll just quickly undo that. So anyway, that is why you do it. Materials wise, you can do what you like. If you search into YouTube, you'll be able to find material packs and you can download those. I've a couple that I've made myself. And how you open those is you just go to File, then Materials, and then there are mine. So I got my custom shiny materials, which are all very nice. And if I add a shiny blue, I'll show you what it looks like. Oh, don't want to click that, sorry. do it again. Click that, you see it's really cool. I like that one. I like that material a lot. Anyway, so it's up to you really. That's really basic Cinema 4D. You can do what you like with it. As for rendering, you'll like come here just under render, click this symbol. You're going to go output. You're going to want to change the frame range to all frames, so you have the whole cinematic, and then you're going to want to change save to Quicktime movie, and then you're going to want to rename it to whatever, so I'm just going to call it Abla, and that's done. And then all you're going to want to do is press this orange thing, which I accidentally pressed, and that renders it, and then you just got to leave it, and then when it's finished rendering, it might be quite a big file, so I suggest you re-render it out in Vegas or something to a normal file size, and then you have your motion track. I hope this was really helpful, guys. Please like, comment, and favourite the video if you found it helpful. And if you get stuck at any point, message me on YouTube or add me on Skype. It's in my channel description. Cheers, guys, and I'll see you later.